back to Paperclip Wine Time. Woo! We are just a few days away from Christmas. How jolly are you?
Really jolly.
Most of my presents are wrapped already.
I haven't wrapped shit.
I didn't either. Lorelai wrapped them.
Brat. You brat. Well, mine are for all my kids. So like, well, not all my kids.
All
so,
your kids.
I sounded horrible. Jesus Christ. For the girls, I should say, and you know we have to wrap their gifts, so no one else can help me do it in the house. And if you guys know Robert, or have you guys ever seen past videos of him wrapping gifts?
Robert.
Bobby.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I was like,
Robert.
I was like, who?
Robert. I know. Oh, no. My Robert, Bobby, well, he's known as Bob, but he's wrapped gifts and is the worst.
Oh my
wrapper.
God. Does he do that like scrunching it up?
Oh, yeah. He just folds, like, scrunch it however, like, just, and then tapes all over. Everything.
So the manly way.
I've seen men wrap better than he does. He just does not know how to wrap. And he even told me, he's like, you're responsible for all the wrapping this year. And I'm like, no, it's a tradition for you to wrap one gift for each of the girls. Because Bob got me that one. Because obviously, because he knows the wrapping. And they know that I'm very like, oh, it has to be perfect and lined and all this other stuff. And, but it's funny that you say that because I'm like, I have no one to help me wrap because Bob is not going to do all my gift wrapping.
Well, I'll tell you this much. Talk to Laura about she's enjoying wrapping.
Really?
Yeah. At least the ones that are
well,
here,
at least she has the ones that are here. I can bring in the bag for the other one.
Yeah.
Because I did get that one at the Dollar Tree. The bag for the big one. And then
Yeah, no, she ended up wrapping my gifts last night.
God, nice. Well, I just been pretty much finished getting everybody's today. Or the girls' gifts today. So, no, I haven't had a chance to wrap. I'm not looking forward to it. But I have everything hiding in my office. And the girls are not allowed in here, so we'll see how it goes.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So, as you can see, we have 2 wine glasses. But I think we're missing something.
What are we missing?
Like Betty would go.
Idea!
This is our bottle. It was cold, so we needed to wrap it up. Because it's Christmas.
You can say Nick!
Oh. Yes, he has a... What is this? What is this?
Oh, it is green. Goes with your sweater, girl.
A nice little sweet and little drink, you know. So tonight's wine is a yellowtail Pinot Grigio. And I don't think it's supposed to be green, but it just gives it that hue of green.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. This one was purchased at Walmart. Oh, I can't open it. Sorry, you have to open it.
Oh my goodness, this is my favorite ones. Ready?
Oh,
Ready?
oh,
that was the last one
very
there.
nice.
Ooh!
Does it smell sweet? Does it smell strong?
It smells
It
strong.
smells like.
It does give it a hue of green, and I think it's because of the bottle. Like, when you look at the top of the bottle, it has nothing in it. And it's like, but it's pretty.
It's cute.
It smells good.
It's a fresh and zesty, bursting with a red apple, pear, and passion fruit flavor.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this.
I'll be on the sweetest side.
Mm-hmm.
But don't do it again.
She's gonna try and kill me before Christmas.
Yes.
Just a few days before Christmas.
Because you're pouring on you're missing my favorite part. Ready, guys?
Talking.
Ready? Boba.
You totally killed it.
No, because my favorite bloop bloops. The first one already went through. Your hair looks so short right now, the way you have it like this. And it looks cute on you right now.
I think right now because I haven't straightened it since I last cut it.
But no, look at the camera. Look, you see how it looks right here, and it like curves to your face. And remember, you told me you wanted to cut your hair short, and I was like, no, not that. I wouldn't mind if you do this.
Well, the one
Or the shorter with the long. A ti te va bien.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know about that one. That one kind of sounds like.
No, because
We'll
you could
see.
straighten it.
My God, it does smell good.
It smells good, right? I told you. You could straighten it and curl pa frente, or you could just straighten it down. And I think, look at it, how pretty it looks right here. Like it looks like it's hugging your face like that.
My big fat cheeks.
Everyone has big fat cheeks.
All right. The bottle's cold, so we're gonna wrap it up.
That's what she said. If you guys don't get it, you guys don't get it.
So I'm rocking my Christmas sweater.
Yes, honey.
I think it's super awesome because it's Santa Claus riding a unicorn.
Not just any unicorn, a very holiday unicorn with the gold, red, and green. And it's super soft on the sleeves.
Yes. I've worn it once before. This was Christmas last year when I was working at the flower shop.
I made a couple of ugly sweaters just by stuff from the Dollar Tree, and like I had like a closet full of freaking cardigans, and with one I wasn't using, I added stuff to it and made it ugly as possible with just hot glue gun. I know I did one for Bella, but every time I would like keep it, and I was like, oh, maybe I could use it next year. The following year I wouldn't do anything with an ugly sweater, so then I would just get rid of it. But then that following year I was like,
I have one sweater, and I'm pretty sure you've seen it. It's not even a sweater or an ugly sweater. It's just like a little poncho thing.
oh yes,
the red one.
Yes.
I think the first year for Christmas at church, I ended up just adding Christmas lights with like safety pins.
Yes, I remember.
And I was like, yeah.
I remember that. I remember. You guys had like a theme going on almost like every time you guys got together, because I remember you had that theme, that Whoville thing also, and you dressed up and you had your hair done and everything too.
I had my hair up like Cindy Lou Who. I made a whole skirt of tulle in like shiny colors, and my red sweater that I was gonna wear today.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very nicely.
You're at the picture here. Insert picture here.
I always do. But yeah, church was really, really fun when I got to dress up and be here. But let's go ahead and start this episode with our first. What are you doing?
I'm smelling.
What are you doing? I'm looking at you.
I'm smelling.
Alright.
Cheers.
Cheers, amiga.
Fucking
Cheers
holiday
to you.
Grinch over here. Cheers, guys.
Says the one that started it. Couples wow. Blue, blue, blue.
I like the tartness at the end.
Yeah.
But the sweetness at the beginning.
It's sweet and then it gets tart, and then I feel like the little bit of vinegary at the very end, but it's not like
bitterness, like a little bitterness.
It's not overpowering.
Yeah. Ooh, I like the train of flavors going down.
Hey, it's Christmas. Let's behave.
I don't behave very
Saint Nick.
That's how I ended up on
actually
Santa's
good.
naughty list. Just remember that. If you guys didn't watch our, what's it, 2 episodes ago?
2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone requested a big fat penis for Christmas, and I asked Santa for it, and obviously I ended up on the naughty list, I guess.
Yeah. For life.
No, okay, for life. No, watch next year. I'll be back on the.
You're gonna hate me for this. You kinda granted your wish.
So yeah, I think it's fine. I'm like, but whatever. Sip on my wine for some shit. Move on. Let's go. Come on, take it away. Sorry, I had to.
You're terrible. I love it.
I think that's what a lot of people know.
All right.
Yes, hot ass. Sorry, I'm
So as you guys can see,
I don't know where that came from.
As you guys can see, we have finally made it to my set.
Again, yes. We're back to this
come
one.
back. Yeah, oh yeah. I was like, I just realized the tree. You can't see the tree, but you can.
You can.
The trees up here.
Yes.
We got a couple of trees up there actually. We got 2.
Oh, I forgot those light
one.
up, and also to get some.
And they change colors too, so that's pretty. And then I got my string of lights up here. We got the poinsettias over there and over here. And yes, I made that fancy bouquet. Me, myself, and I.
Ooh, girl. Wee wee.
I don't know why you had to snort to do that.
They snored. Wee wee.
Oh.
Well, maybe they don't snort. Whatever. Let's not go there, okay? So, moving on.
Alright, amiga.
Take it away.
The countdown has officially begun.
For
Christmas!
yes!
I mean, not that it hasn't already started, because everyone does the 24 or the 12 days of Christmas, but we are down to the last 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So,
I think last 5. Yeah, last 5.
yeah.
Which I'm excited. My mom will be coming in from the East Coast. Obviously, travel, we've talked about this on the show during COVID. It's kind of difficult, but, you know, with us just moving into our new home, my mom wants to make it very special. I told her how she went all out. And of all things that she bought me was fancy dishes for Christmas. And I'm not a fancy dish kind of girl, you know me. I would do paper plates. But my mom's, you know, like, you're in your new home. You have a freaking china cabinet. Might as well fucking put it to use. She hates a china cabinet idea, but she's like, might as well put it to good use. And she got me nice dishes, and they're vintagey looking, so that I could like use them for not just Christmas. I can use it for Thanksgiving or New Year's. Everything. Obviously, you just change the theme around it, and it will look.
Yeah, because I do love the dishes. I feel like the only thing you're gonna have to.
Sorry, guys, I need to throw the set right here.
The only thing you're gonna probably have to switch out, depending on the holiday, would be the riser.
Oh yeah,
I'm sorry, the charger.
The charger, yeah,
So
exactly.
basically, just switch that, and then you're set. And obviously the napkin.
In the maybe a play setting, or you know, just the setting in my thing. You have to update.
Yes, I have the flowers right there.
For sure, because my fucking thing was looking too Thanksgiving to say.
To autumnal.
For reference, remember that on your to-do list to add change Eileen's centerpiece. Thank you. It's my only request for the week.
Merci.
Aye, oui,
Merci beaucoup.
oui,
We apologize in advance for any French listeners out there. We are not making fun. I am making fun of her.
Because of my boy. French. France. Pan francés, the one thing I know that French. It's not even French. It's Salvadorian. Pan francés.
So I have a question. When are you gonna buy new wrapping paper so you can wrap?
I have wrapping paper, thank you very much. I just got it a couple of days ago. I actually bought the wrapping paper before I bought the
gifts.
So I may not even have enough. Remember I was telling you that I have for the girls how I always have like a gift from Santa?
Yeah.
Okay, so I told you I bought the from Santa gift wrapping paper. It says it all over, it's all red, and it had black letters and white letters and it says from Santa all over it. So those, I knew I wasn't gonna use much, but then I only got 2 other rolls. So now that I look back at it, I'm like, nah, it's not enough. I'm gonna go back and get some more. Yeah. And I was trying to stick to the theme of like colorful but still Christmassy, like my Christmas tree song.
I always had a tendency. I don't know. I guess because Christmas movies show a side of the presents from Santa without like any designs or anything.
Oh, so yeah.
So I know when I had the kids, my gifts from Santa were wrapped in either gold or silver paper with a red ribbon.
Really?
And that was it. Because I was like, Santa only has
like
shiny paper.
Yeah. I never even noticed that, to be honest with you. I always just did, like, let's say, like one year I had a bunch of Santas all over the paper. And that was from Santa. Everything else might have been just, like, bling stripes or, like, candy canes or trees. But, like, I always made sure that the Santa ones stand out, but had something Santa-y on it. I think one year I had, like, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Jesus Christ, I am slurring my words. I haven't even finished my glass. I haven't been drinking, I promise, before this. I had Rudolph all over it, and then like all the other ones were all red with like black bows on it, so I did like this whole black and red theme one year. But I did try to keep it like differentiated. So this year I found the from Santa one, so I was like, I'll take this one. So yeah, but yeah, eventually I'll get to it.
Since I don't get to do any from Santa, okay, what we got left? This is all paper that Natalie had actually purchased at the after Christmas sales.
Oh yeah.
For like For like 50 cents for the 50-foot roll.
Okay, I always want to do that, but obviously by the time freaking Christmas comes and passes by, I'm broke.
Yeah.
I'm broke, so I don't even have $10 to go spend. But even for Halloween, I always want to do that. Like right after Halloween, is go get like all the decorations that are left. And I have gotten some stuff for Halloween, but when it comes to Christmas, when you spend so much on gifts, by the time it comes, I never get it. But I'm gonna try to go with you since my mama is going to be in town. Yeah, like imagine all the lights. Like, all the lights go really cheap. Even though the ones that I've got this year are not that, expensive, but it does add up. When you get it for $1 instead of $7,
Yes. Like, oh my gosh. So why is it that everything is so expensive? I think I spent $9 to $10 yesterday on a box of lights for the Christmas tree. I was like, serio?
And that's cheap. Because hay unas que están bien caras. They're like super expensive. The ones that I got for the house, what you saw was the icicle ones, were $7 or $8 each. Something like that, right? Because I bought $6.
Those are icicles.
And those are icicles,
And the one I have is just a string of lights. Kind of like this one. Like just a string of lights to wrap around the tree. And that was it.
Really?
Yes.
And you know which is the ones that I really wanted, and I saw someone offer up selling, is those big, like from the 80s, 90s, those big ones, the teardrop ones, all the multiple colors.
Yeah.
And the actual string is green. They don't make them anymore. Obviously because now everybody has the LED and all that crap, which is cool because it is brighter. But I want to, because those always remind me of my mamita's house. So she always had them. And she was the type that was, obviously because she was older, but her kids would never take them down. So she was the type that would leave them on all year. And so I told Bob after, we were helping me out, and then I finished it the other day by myself. I still use the ladder by myself, the wiggly one. I know. But I was very careful. And it wasn't like that high because I was doing the patio area. But still. I told Bob, we're leaving the Christmas trees up. He's like, oh, I never want to be one of those people and this and that. I'm like, you get up there and try to do it. My thighs, my butt cheeks, everything. Because I was clenching everything because I was so scared of being up high.
Yeah, that's a really rickety ladder.
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't even tell you. Bob ended up showing up. I told you, I think. He ended up showing up with the 12-footer. Oh, and girl, like even then, because obviously you're up high. But even, like, I was kind of nervous, but I felt 10 times more safer in that ladder, and I had Bella holding the freaking ladder. Okay. I felt safer with that one than with the little wobbly one that looks like it's like a little baby reindeer that was just born,
Yeah. That one was scary, and I mean, I was...
And you were holding it tight.
Yes. I was glad when we got to the patio area, and you were standing on the brick walls. Because I was like, okay, at least you're safer.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that one was like,
yeah. No, it wasn't. It was creepy. But like I told Bob, I don't care. Like the day that you go up there and put him on, you can do whatever the hell you want. And he's like, well, no, my dad always put him up, and then he always took them down. I'm like, you're telling me every year Larry would put up the Christmas lights, and then every year he'll take them off? He's like, yes. And I was like, well, he's a better man than me.
I think it's more because, one, you were not correctly equipped. You did not have a good ladder that worked. And two, you had to put the nails in and everything. So that was even more work. Because in my experience, when I decorated the front of the house, it's not perfect because basically last year I only did it at the top of the garage.
Yeah.
So last year it took way longer because I had to put the nails in and everything. This year it was just like, okay, I need to start from this side. It took me like 2 minutes.
Really?
Because everything was already there.
Yeah.
Wait,
so you take yours down, huh?
Yes.
You see?
I take mine down. So it does become easier now having a good ladder, a nice high ladder. It would make it much easier to take down next year.
Oh. Well, we're gonna most likely.
Or if you win the lottery, you could just pay somebody to do it.
Well, fucking yes. Let's talk about that right now.
Right.
Fuck that. I was thinking of that. You know how we were talking about when we were helping you put up the lights? Oh, man, I wish I was, what's her face from Whoville?
Oh, yes.
And that was like, damn, that would have been awesome.
Yeah. I was like, I think that movie, that particular scene, I can't remember her name on the movie, but that particular scene was
it's Betty's neighbor.
Yeah. Yeah, because we all remember that. Oh, Betty! Hi! Like, really?
Fake
But yeah, I think that scene really made everybody want to have one of those.
Man, that would be awesome. Have a gun and just. I'm done. You know? Yeah, no. Like, I thought about it even yesterday when I was finishing it up on myself. Like, damn, that would be cool. Because like, I go back, you know, I was doing one section. I'm like, okay, this section is perfect. Then I go back and do another section. I'll show you the patio later, or you know, when you go back, you'll see how I put the lights, and it looks really cute on, you know, the gazebo part. But then I would have, like, I start and I do one, and then like it would move and pull it, so then I have to go back and like redo it. So it took me like, I want to say like an hour just to do the gazebo part by myself. And then on top of that, I was freezing cold yesterday, so by the time I went inside, I couldn't even feel my butt cheeks anymore. I was done.
You know when you wake up and you're still sleeping, you're like, yeah, that's what that ladder seemed like to me. Like when you're like,
seemed like a drunk fraternity chick that just showed up at home.
Yes.
Yeah, that ladder is
not even hungover, not even the next day. Like that same night, right after she got wasted, you're like, and her calzones are hanging low because she don't remember she had sex or not. Because she's like,
or she just pissed in the corner. Who doesn't know? Yeah. She doesn't know.
Exactly.
I think I had a feeling.
I don't remember having it.
I did.
I was a good girl.
I've fallen in bushes. I tripped and fell on stairs. I missed the toilet when I peed. And I threw.
I've thrown up in the toilet.
No,
I've never missed the toilet when I've thrown up.
I had a bad time in my life when I was, yes, drinking a lot and all this stuff, right? And I was, you know, trying to find myself as a single mom, and you know, having fun on the weekends that I didn't have, because you know me, like when I don't have Bella, then it's all about me, right?
Yeah.
But when I had her, I wasn't doing that. But when I didn't have her, it was like, since I have her all the time, it's a day to do it, right? So I would get to the point where I was blacking out, like, and I couldn't remember how I got home. I couldn't remember, you know, what happened after like 10 p.m. Like, you know, that bad. So that's why I would miss the toilet, because I didn't even remember throwing up in the bathroom. I remember my roommate came in like yelling in my room because I kept throwing up in our bathroom and it was all over the floor. And she's like, pick it up. Like, she went off on me, and obviously I'm hungover, so I'm like, okay, and I go in there and I'll throw up all over the floor. That's why I picked that shit up.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, but what a bitch.
That's why she was no longer.
I'm like, I haven't lived with somebody like that, but I have had situations. I'm not gonna say her name for her privacy, but for her birthday, we were at I was in a townhouse back then. So she came over, we were drinking, and next thing I know, my roommate and I are sitting out on the porch, we're talking, and she had to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
We had no idea she was that wasted.
Yeah.
So about 20 minutes go, and I'm like, where is she? You know? I go upstairs, and her puke was everywhere except the toilet. I mean, to the point where her puke was coming out from under the bathroom door.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, the toilet was right next to the
yeah, mine was like that too, but
yeah. So, I mean, given that situation and everything, I was like, okay, one, I got her wasted. I'm about to alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, but I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna be like, damn bitch, you throwing up. You know, like I wasn't gonna be that person. I was like, I wanted this person to have so much fun and, you know, do what she wanted to do. She did what she wanted to do. She got drunk. She threw up. So I have no problem cleaning up that puke. You know, like, okay, she had fun. You know, obviously, if this person would do it repeatedly, I'd be like, hey, bitch, you gotta go clean.
Yeah.
I remember she was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I was like, don't worry, go to the living room. You know, I set up your bed right there. Don't worry, you know. I had set up like a little blow-up mattress and everything for her. Of course, I still have to make fun because of who she is. So I still have to make fun. So I got one of those market bags and I put it on her face, like with the handle around her ears. I was like, if you need to puke, puke in this. And I did the double layer.
That's funny.
You bitch. And I was like, yes, honey, but I can't take the vomit off the carpet. But I
is
ended
kinda-
up cleaning the sink, the toilet, and the floor, which is basically
the
everyone
whole
threw
thing,
up
yeah.
in. But I'm like, dude, if your ex-roommate couldn't even do that once,
She
like, damn,
look, she was
that
like
ain't a friend.
no, and I thought of her more than a friend. I thought of her as family because her family took me and Bella in and like celebrated Bella's birthday, helped celebrate my birthday. They would always go all out for us, and like they would always. And I miss her family more than anything else. To be sad.
Yeah, that's the sad
Like her
part.
sister was amazing. Her mom was sweet to me. Her and her mom didn't have a great relationship, but and that's their own personal, reasons.
Yeah.
But her mom was always sweet to me, always sweet to Bella. They treated Bella. Her sister treated Bella like if that was her niece, and like they all like were super sweet and nice to us. And for a couple of Christmases when I was alone, I went over there to their house and we spent Christmas over there. She would take Bella with her because I had to work, and then I would drive over there and meet them over there. Like it was like we were that tight, But towards the end, like I understood, but at the same time, it's like the type of way or the way that she was going about like not certain things around the apartment was like if she had that apartment, like that if that was her apartment. It's
Like she was letting you stay with her.
yes, when it was the other way around. I had already been in that apartment since Bella was born.
Yeah,
she was only 2-3 days old when we moved in, and then when her dad and I broke up, he moved out and I kept the apartment. I needed help. My brother had moved in with me, then he moved out. Then I needed help. She moved in, and to the point where the new owner of the property was paying the people that lived in the front to move out. The lady upstairs didn't have an underage child. He was an adult already, so she I think they paid like the minimum. But per child, they paid $10,000. He was offering me $20,000 to move out, and because she lived there, she figured that she was gonna get half. And I'm like, I'm getting $10,000 alone for Bella. What makes you think you're getting half? And we got into a big argument and all that stuff, and she ended up like leaving. But she was going to a point where she was telling Bella to be quiet, like she's being too loud. She can't watch TV in the living room because she needed to study. I get it, because she was going into a field that was like very strict and everything, but you knew you were moving to a house with a child.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Like you knew you were moving to a house with a child, and you've lived it with this child for a while, and all of a sudden your life is getting stressful, so now you put it on my kid. Things started getting ugly.
And Bella's always been a good kid, so I don't know what her deal was.
Yeah.
Bella has always been
Never
a good
loud, never rambunctious, never crazy screaming until now that she has her little friend over at the house. They get all crazy. But that's
but that's not. It's not like it was when she was little. Obviously,
she was.
even now, like I go over there and I'm like, yo, hi,
Is she there?
are you alive?
Yeah, and she's just chilling
You
by
know I'm
herself.
here, right? Hi.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, hi, yeah. But I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come back in a little while just to make sure you're alive.
Yeah, no, she's not like that, but
kid.
she was just so stressed and going into her career and job and all this other stuff that she was just, I guess, either taking it out on her or I don't know what. But it got to the point where she ended up having to move out. And the messed up part is that she got told me that she had given me her 30 days. She's moving out, but she wanted her half of the deposit because when the new owner came in, she was already living there, and we had to give him a deposit to stay there. Right? That was what he had said. So we gave him a deposit. Yeah, exactly. Even though I had already been living there for, I think, 6 years prior to buying it. But I had to give him a deposit because we had to sign a lease. We didn't have a lease. We were, the bank had owned it for a while. So we were paying the bank pretty much. Mm-hmm. And so the owner said he wanted, deposit. So her and I went half and half on the deposit, which is I think like $425 each or something like that. Mm-hmm. And so she told me, hey, I'm moving out, 30 days notice, yada, 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 right? And I was like, okay, cool. She's like, you have to give me my deposit back. And she knew that I lived paycheck to paycheck. Mm-hmm. And she said, I don't care how you do it, but you gotta give me my money back. And I was like, well, can I make payments? She's like, I don't give a fuck how you do it, but you gotta give me my money back. And I was like, okay, whatever, right? So then I remember my mom had come to visit, and my sister, and my mom's like, well, let's go to Vegas for 24 hours. So we ended up driving to Vegas. When 24 we were going to actually go back that same night, but my mom got tired, and she was like, no, let's just stay at a hotel. So we stayed in not in Prim. What's the one before you get to Prim? That one hotel, like, there's like one hotel by itself, and it has like a Denny's and the famous cars inside, supposedly.
I don't remember.
But it's before you get to Prim, before we get to the outlet malls and all that stuff. We ended up staying there at the hotel overnight, and it was a funny night because my mom was sharing the bed with her sisters, and then me and my sister got the floor. So we're like, okay, you old ladies. But it was funny. I took a picture of them, I sent it to my grandma, and my grandma was like, ay, mis niñas. Yeah, like, todas están más viejas que saber qué. But we show up at the house. Everything in her room was cleared out. Anything that was her, as far as dishes, cups, everything was cleared out. Pero ni me limpió. She left it dirty. I saw she even left trash bags and stuff like that in her room. And she never, like, she just emailed me, said, hey, I want my money. You got 3 payments to give me my money. If you don't give me my money by 3 payments, I will be taking you to small claims court and this and that. Like, all this spiel. Obviously, at that time.
So, I mean, obviously now it's like way too late for it. But in any contract, and this is for everybody else, in any contract, when you are renting or leasing and you have to put a deposit, that deposit goes towards cleaning, any repairs, any covering of the holes, anything like that. That's where that money goes. So if she cleared all of her stuff, left trash, and didn't repaint her room, didn't clean the floor, there's $425 there. So it could have been like, okay, small claims, but hey, here we go. Even if she takes you to court, if she would have taken you to court, it's like, pictures, this is the trash bag that she left, this is how I came home and found her spot, her area. Any small claims court is going to be like, that's your deposit right there.
Yeah. And at that time, to be honest, I was more scared at the fact that I'm going to have to do this $950 by myself, and I was already living paycheck to paycheck while she was there. So it was just so overwhelming, so stressed. Thank God my mom was there at that moment, because then she helped me move my stuff into that room, made it my room, and then Bella had her own room, even though she always left with me either way. But, you know, still, like, you know, it was just, I'll be honest, I didn't know, I was naive, I was scared. She's a very intimidating person as it is, so it was just everything, her energy, everything was just bad. So for me to avoid situations with her, it's just like, okay, then I have to, like, here. But that's just me throwing kind of a pushover sometimes because of that. Pero, yeah, no, she became such a nasty person after we, like, you know, moved parted ways, and I was just like, ugh. But like I said, I miss her family more than anything else. Because they had good Christmases and 4th of July's. They celebrated my birthday and their son's birthday, who was like 11 or 12 at the time. You know, but they celebrated our birthdays together. They had gotten us water guns and did a whole luau, and they got me drunk. And it was, they would always make me feel like family.
Like them.
Exactly. That's how you make me feel like family. Get me drunk.
Dude, then we're blood.
Yeah. See, there you go. Cheers to that, my friend. But still, you know, whatever. Oh my God, I got all emo and bad.
I know, we're supposed to be happy and jolly, okay? So, yes. So, all of my plans fell through. My fantastic Christmas.
Oh, I know.
My fantastic Christmas came to an end. Unfortunately.
Well, you
I don't know yet.
In our house. My mom's gonna bake. Ooh, guess what? Well, at least this is what my sister told me.
What's she making?
This is what my sister told me. On the 24th, va a ser caldo de pata. For the next day, because she knows everybody's gonna be hungover and not gonna want to cook. So she's gonna make it the day before. Or at least that's what my sister told me. You know, obviamente. And then and my mom was out, even when I talked to her, she said, oh, you know, she was asking me, ¿quién va a llegar? And so, you know, this, and that, because I had invited, like, my uncle, my aunt from California and stuff like that. Unfortunately, it looks like they're not coming either. Yeah. She's still coming. And then, like, my brother, he's still kind of, like, on the edge of coming or not. Which is understandable. And she's like, nah, pues estoy yo y la Nayeli, estamos aquí ahí nosotros. And I'm like, well, you see my sister, she's pretty fun sometimes when she's not stuck on her phone. Yeah. But if my mom's there, the atmosphere's there, she's going to be like party mode. And, you know, Bob obviously loves to like party. So the fact that it's just going to be us, my mom's like, nos vamos a poner una buena peda. And my sister said the next day we're having sopa de pata. And I was like, I'm down. I even had to like Google it for Bob and show him a picture, and he's like, okay, I'm ready for it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he's had pata before because I've made the
yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, I don't know what's the deal with my sister yet, but it doesn't look promising.
Oh yeah,
my brother
every
for
time the
sure is
kids.
not coming in.
Yeah.
And my mom, I spoke to her, and she's kind of on the fence because of the whole California closing down due to the increase in number of cases of COVID. So I'm kind of like, kind of bummed out, but that doesn't keep me from having the Christmas spirit and being excited and knowing that, I'm like, when I went shopping, I was like, less gifts to buy.
Which is true.
Yeah, I was like, because there goes my gas for the week.
I know. December does. You know what? Oh, and maybe you should find this out because I know Bob did this. But because obviously we bought the house and expenses have come through and stuff, he did use that money towards the home. But I knew when I worked at Broadway Federal Bank, they have this one, what they call it, like Christmas Club account. And pretty much you could set it up. The minimum is $25, but you could set it up for whatever dollar amount you want, right? And so what they do is you could do it, I think it's like every week or every paycheck, or I don't know how each place or each person could have it whichever way they want. I think Bob has it every paycheck, and $25 each check each week goes towards that account, and it earns interest. You just can't touch it unless you close it, but obviously you have to pay penalties, which is not a lot, but the only way to get your money out of that is by closing the account. So they start off, I think it's at the beginning of November. Y te quitan dinero every week or every whatever you want, however much you want. I think with Bob doing $25 a week from November to they cut you the check the next November, I think it gets about $3,000 by the end of that. Yeah, by the end of that year. And then those $3,000, it's called the Christmas Club account for that same reason. It's supposed to be for your Christmas gifts. Like I said, we use it for house stuff, but still, like, it's nice to know that we have that little extra savings account, and the interest tends to be a lot higher, so you earn more money off of that interest than a regular savings account.
I'm gonna look into that because that would be pretty good to do.
Yeah, you know who does it? I think they have it, and it's even their savings accounts have a high yield savings account. It's Ally, and it's an online bank. So Ally is another one that I still have a savings account with them. I mean, it doesn't have nothing in it, but it still, has like a 1 point something percent for a savings, which is rare when it comes to a savings account. But yeah, the same thing. Since it's online, you don't have easy access to it. I've gotten to a point where sometimes I forgot about it, and then like over 6 months, it's like accumulated like $10, $15 in interest alone. So you know what I'm saying? Like it's online, so you don't have easy access.
I feel like
to
I should probably get into that right now because I'm like.
Holidays suck for that reason. Just for that reason. If you don't plan right, it comes out like finances is not fun.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
If Trump wants to be on my good side, Trump, send me a check right before Christmas.
Right?
Send me another one of those pretty checks. Because I kid you not, I was not as deep in as I am right now. After I stopped working and everything, I'm not as deep in debt then as I am now. But dude, those $1,200 helped out nicely.
Ayudó.
It helped.
Dude, and imagine us, okay, when we don't. Yeah, I mean, you don't have kids and extra expenses in that sense, right? I have kids, but I have a lease, Bob, so there's an income coming in. You know what I'm saying? I'm a stay-at-home mom, so there is no income here. But then there's people that are either both parents are not working, they have multiple kids, like worse situations, and unfortunately the Senate has not come up with an agreement. I was watching AOC did like a live video while she was like chopping vegetables or something. That was funny, but she was just saying like that some Republicans don't want to sign off on, I think it was 3.4 or 7.4 $billion towards COVID relief, meaning like the $1,200 checks for each person and all that stuff. Some Republicans didn't want to sign off on it unless they got something back, and what they wanted back was leniency for corporations, meaning, and obviously think about it, if you don't do your research you don't know, but she did say that with that leniency for corporations, obviously, we know corporations make a lot of money, and right now, they are not paying taxes, okay? they can't get sued by, let's say, like you working for Amazon, right? You can't get sued. You can't sue Amazon for your working conditions if you were in a space where you are working amongst like a lot of people and they're not giving you the right COVID precautions, or helping you out to stay safe, and then if you end up getting COVID and you want to sue them, it's giving them that leniency not to get sued, pretty much. Which, I mean, Amazon is pretty good at it.
Yeah, they really are.
But, you know, there's other companies that are not, you know?
Yeah.
So, you know, she says, like, that's not fair either, because God forbid someone does get sick, has to stay home, they can't get paid for it, and, you know, medical expenses add up and all this other stuff. A measly $1,200 is not going to do a dent, but at least it's going to help them out with something.
Yeah.
And that's what she was saying. So, yes, Mr. Trump, get your fucking Republicans to help sign on this thing without trying to ask for something back. Just so anybody, even if I don't get $1,200, I don't care, as long as, like, somebody out there helps somebody else, because there's so many people losing their homes and then losing their
that's the heartbreaking part, because a lot of people work so hard to get the little stuff that they have. You know, their home, their little cars, bucket cars, you know, and it's like, and COVID has, I mean, 2020 in general has really fucked everybody over. And yes, I apologize for cursing.
I don't.
It's
Fuck
true.
it.
2020. But it really has, and I mean, I feel so bad for the people that, you know, they work so hard to get their little homes, you know, and keep it up as much as they can, and here we are, you know, unfortunately somebody comes in sick, and or people get laid off. There's so many people are laid off right now.
Think about it, like, for us here, right? How many hotels are filled up with employees, from security, cleaning ladies, kitchen, prepping, bars, front desk, right? Valet, maintenance. All these people, right? And you see how many hotels we have? We have a shit ton of hotels.
We're mainly hotels.
And not only on the strip. We're talking about, like, outskirts, right?
Yeah.
How many of those hotels are still completely closed? Like Fiesta Casino, where I got married. That one is completely closed.
No, and then it's not even that just the ones that are completely closed. Because that, yes, obviously, that's a few thousand jobs.
Yeah.
That's on one casino that's closed. I know a lot of people that I'm working with right now used to work at casinos, but they can't right now because they're like, well, we have to find something else. So they're working with me. So I'm like, all right, cool. But think about also the people from the hotels that are already open. They're not at full capacity. They're at less than half of the capacity. So of course they use less than half of the staff.
Yeah.
So it's even harder for the rest of, like, say 25% of the hotel is occupied, 25% of the staff is employed. But even then,
there's 75%.
There's 75% of people that are not employed, and that from that 25% are only working about half the time.
Yes,
they're only making
a lot of the
half
hotels. I don't know if you saw the news, but a lot of the hotels have put where they're only being open during the weekends.
Yes.
From like Thursday to Sunday for that same reason, because obviously, what is the point of having employees there if no one is showing up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? It's a loss for them, which is understandable. But then it's a loss for the hotels, it's a loss for the employees, it's a loss for, you know, anybody else under that.
Yeah.
And it gets to the point where it's getting even harder and harder in the holidays. When you're trying to be happy and going and you're in that situation, it makes it hard.
It does. It really does. And I mean, obviously not here in Vegas or anywhere in the U.S. or in the world, as I'm pretty sure. Ain't nobody having no Black Friday.
Oh my God!
We have been having Black Friday all month.
Yes,
every day.
Every day. Every day. It's funny you say that, because I was thinking about it. They were talking about, like, you know, well, Black Friday this year, and this is supposedly when everything was trying to open up to a certain capacity, right? And they were like, yeah, we don't always have Black Friday. So a lot of, like, Macy's and Chase, they've been having their Black Friday sales since, like, the beginning of that Black Friday weekend, but it's, like, mostly online, like, not in stores and all that stuff. And all it reminded me was all those situations when we have Black Fridays, but, like, those killer deals where people are, like, pushing and shoving to get into the stores.
I mean, and you see, I think it's such a tradition.
Oh my
Saturday,
God.
that you could see those scenes. I mean, nowadays I see them in like nowadays all you really see them in is like I was watching Jingle All the Way the other night.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I missed the violence of Black Friday.
Oh my God. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, United States can be kind of selfish. And it's gotten to the point where like some Black Fridays were like really bad.
Yeah.
Where people, I've heard of like people got shot. It broke out in fights. I've seen videos of people like fighting for the same TV.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, and then like people are walking out with like 5 TVs in the cart because obviously it's a good deal, but guess what you're doing? You're not gifting those TVs, guys. You're reselling. Understandable. It's your hustle. But damn, it was so bad.
Yeah.
I only did Black Friday sales one time and one time only. And the only reason I did it that time was because when was it? I was married to my ex-husband, who was in the military at the time. And he wasn't going to be home. So he had me buy gifts for his family, right? So it was like his mom, his dad. He has 3 brothers and a sister. And then his sister had 3 nephews, or 3 sons, sorry. And then one of his brothers had a daughter. So that alone, how many people was that? Then on my side of the family, I was gonna go with my mom and to her sister's house. And it was my first year like feeling like an adult. So I felt like I need to be that tia that like gives to everyone, even though I wasn't a tia, I was a cousin. I gifted all my mom's sisters. I gifted all their kids. I gifted, my mom, my brother, my sister, my dad. Like, the list just went on to like 35 people. So yeah. I said, Black Friday deals are the best time to go. I went and literally I would walk out of a store with like 20 bags and then go shove them in my car and then go back into the mall and get the other gifts that I needed. And I literally got everybody's gift under $1,000 for 35 people, which is not bad. But after that year, I was like, never again I'm doing a Black Friday. And that's when it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. No, I've done Black Friday once as well. And I went with my cousin. I believe it was 2 of my cousins. We had Thanksgiving dinner at my cousin Liz's house. And then I think it was like 4 or 5 of us. I was like, okay, we're gonna stay up for Black Friday. We went. I ended up getting home to my apartment that you know about. That apartment. I ended up getting home around 3 in the morning. I was like, yeah, I'm never doing this shit.
Yeah, no.
Because I was like, yes. I was like you. I was like, I need to get all of the kids presents.
Yeah.
Not even the adults. All the kids. But all of the kids were about 50 something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's when my tradition started, where it's like get pajamas, get some socks, get some blankets, get this, get that. Like little stuff that they're gonna need. Because if I'm gonna start buying presents, like toys for everyone, I was like,
and the way toys are so expensive.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So today when we went to go get the girls' gifts, and I think I mentioned to you this about Bella's Nintendo Switch, and she wanted games, right? Because she's a little bit older. So the older they get, the more expensive, right? Yeah. Which is cool, whatever. So Bob spent, I think it was $205 on Bella alone. Think about it. 3 games, 2 controllers for her Nintendo Switch. And he paid for it at that moment como si nada. And then we started walking towards the front and we got the other stuff that we needed to get. Because we needed to pay for the games in the back. And then he thought about it. I guess he was thinking about it the whole time because he spent like, he's like, I didn't know Bella's gift was $20. And I was like, I told you, like, don't get her extra games. Just get her 2 good games. I know that she asked for one that wasn't even that expensive. It was only $30. But the other 2 were $60. And he said, no, she has to have it. She has to have it. So then afterwards, obviously, when he was walking around, he thought about it. And he's like, I didn't know if Bella's gifts were going to be that expensive. I said, I told you not to spend that much. You do this every year. You want to spoil the girls. And then you end up regretting it 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's go return one of the games right now. At least one of the expensive ones. And he's like, well, which is the one? I was like, Bob, she was playing the Marvel comics. She loved it. And he's like, yeah, but the Luigi's Haunted Mansion looks so cool. I'm like, so you're telling me it's for you, not for her, right? He was like, no, it's for both of us so we could bond. I'm like, whatever. Let's return fucking Marvel comics and then keep the Luigi's Haunted Mansion.
What a daddy.
And guess what? Thank God for that, because when I opened the bag and grabbed the games, the Minecraft game, the girl had grabbed the wrong one. Because what it is like they have them in the casing, right? And so then they have a key and they open the casing so you can see all the games, but then all the games are like lined up in the back. Yeah. So she just grabbed the first casing that was behind the Minecraft game, and it was some other fucking game. It wasn't the one that we wanted. And she didn't notice, we didn't notice, but if it wasn't for Bob second guessing himself about the amount that he spent, we wouldn't have noticed it was the wrong game, and we would have gotten her even a game that she didn't even know or wanted. So then we exchanged both of them. We returned both, and then ended up going back and getting the one that she actually wanted. And the girl's like, "Oh, I don't know if I have any more." And then she's like, "Oh wait, I have the one in the casing. I'll get this one." And she gave it to me, and I was like, "Whatever, we'll take it." And it was cheaper than the one that we paid for, so that's what we paid.
That's good.
But still,
I was like, wait, 3 games and 2 at 60, 1 at 39.
And the controllers, and the controllers are like about $20 to $30 each or something like that. And with taxes and all, it adds the fuck up. So yes, it's expensive. Toys are expensive. And then Betty, we didn't even get her like big toys, and one was $40. Mine being the one that was $40 is not even a toy. You know, Nickelodeon or like let's say Disney Channel, they have those like I see on TV type of commercials, like those promotions for kids' toys and all that stuff. Okay, so there's this fucking thing called Happy Nappers. That's like a go-to thing where it is a peluche. Let's say it could be a shark, it could be a monster, it could be a unicorn, whatever, right? And it's a peluche. But then you unzip the peluche and then you take out the sleeping bag and it turns into a sleeping bag.
Oh, okay.
So, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. $40 for that shit. A regular sleeping bag is only like $20. And this, only because it's a stuffed animal, and it's not even that warm, is $40. Okay. So, but because every time she sees it on TV, she said, "Mama, Mama, Mama," and she points at it and she wants one. I said, this is something that she actually knows and has seen, so I'm okay with us getting this. But I was just like, $40 for a freaking sleeping bag that turns into a stuffed animal. That's all it is. And it's the one that she wanted, which is a unicorn one. And then when you open it, the sleeping bag's a bunch of rainbows all over it. So it's cute.
It's cute, yeah. But you know what? I think with her, the fact that she would have that unicorn, knowing her, she probably won't let it go.
No, she won't.
She will waste the crap out of that.
Yeah.
And she'll want to be
covered by it. I don't buy her toys throughout the year. It's either for her birthday, for Christmas, or like if we go to the thrift store, like that Minnie Mouse carrito that I got for $5, she loved it.
Yeah.
I don't buy her toys.
And that's why I'm like, dude, I love how you do that. Because I'm like, I think that's what I would be doing every day. Oh, you want toys? Just go to the thrift store.
Yeah, no.
Kids will play with it once or twice and be like, okay, I'm done with it.
Yes.
And then
how many toys has she gone through that she doesn't even touch anymore? I don't know who got her a baby doll. Ahí está la baby doll toda desnuda. No, nobody touches her. Ahí está tirada. She once in a blue moon takes it out. She doesn't know how to like baby doll it, and then she just like whatever and throws it away. And the dogs are like smelling it, you know. So it's not for. And you know me, and like that little house, the backyard house. I got it for free. All right, yeah, I got it for free on OfferUp. And she loves that little house. She tries to get everybody to go into that little house with her. And it's a good house.
I don't fit. I already tried.
I fit forcing myself through it. And then once
my butt is too wide. Like, okay, you ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, no. You wouldn't.
I would have to literally remove the ceiling and stand in there.
It's sand. And then even if we try to put the ceiling, it's not
and then when I sit down, it's like, Betty, you gotta get out.
You're like, you're sticking out of the house like this. But
I like the Jolly Green Giant.
Oh, yes! No! Have you seen Grown Ups 2?
No.
You haven't seen Grown Ups 2?
No.
There's a scene, okay, so Shaquille O'Neal is a little brother de El Morenito that's half bald, and he always, you know how there's only 2 black people supposedly in the whole town, and then Chris Rock is one and then the other black guy. So he supposedly has a little brother. His little brother is Shaquille O'Neal, who has his hair like exactly like him, like Humpty or Dumpty, algo así se llama. And Adam Sandler has like an 80s themed party, end of summer party or beginning of summer party at his like house, and you know everybody shows up and they're friends with the cop. He plays the cop. Shaquille O'Neal plays the cop, and he ends up like he's partying, getting drunk. He jumps in the pool, and he's like, what's that famous line that he says in Shazam? Can you dig it?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he jumps into the pool and does that. And so he gets to the point where he gets so drunk that he ends up falling asleep inside of Adam Sandler's daughter's dollhouse outside. And literally, is his head sticking out of the window that has like plants, you know, like the little planter. And then like his hands are like sticking out like this, and his feet are sticking out at the other end of the house. That's how I would picture you in Betty's house, for sure.
And that would be me.
Now we have to try it out.
No. No.
I'll put pillows and cushions for you.
That'll be the end of the house. That would be the end of the house.
But it was hilarious. And it's funny because then I guess someone like starts one of the, if you watch the movie, if you've seen it, I don't want to burn it for everyone, but the brother starts getting beat up, which is his older brother, starts getting beat up by one of the college students that are beating everybody up. And he's like, no one messes with my little brother, and like breaks out of the house and goes over there and starts like spinning the guy, and then like he throws the guy flies out like a mile away, and then you see him land in the back of the house, and then his little brother's like, I had that, and Shaquille was like, don't hurt me.
Oh my god!
You have to watch it. You have to. It's hilarious. It's funny.
See that.
It's our go-to like family movie because Bella loves grown-ups, and so she ended up loving grown-ups too. So it's our go-to family movie. But yeah, that's what you would look in Betty's house.
Oh my god! I still have to watch that.
Yeah. No, but it's still like, you know, with the kids' toys expenses, and I told you this I think a few episodes ago. Bob overdid it last year. He learned his lesson, and he said, no, this year is our year. Let me just tell you. Papacito, he spent, like I said,
we'll say this again next year.
Yes.
This year is our year, baby.
Yeah, no, well, he did better in the sense that he didn't get anything that he knows they're not gonna want. So, like Betty, like I said, like the Happy Nappers, he's not worried about spending $40 because she's been like looking at it on TV and she knows what it is. We got her, you know, my mom got her the little kitchenette set, so we got her from the VTech brand. It's a little register. And it has the money, and it has like little like purchasing stuff or whatever. And you know,
I can't wait for next week when Betty's gonna want me to play with her.
Because you know she always likes to do the ice cream thing, where like you buy ice cream, you give her money, and she's like, "Oh, thank you, bye." So because she loves doing that, I said this is perfect for her.
Yeah,
you know,
it's gonna be like
exactly.
So cute.
It would fit her perfectly. And my sister got her all the groceries and like I think
I need to find her the money.
If you get her the money, that would be perfect. Like it just goes with her imagination stuff that she loves right now, which is playing make-believe store, ice cream shop, all that stuff. Yeah. Dress up. You know how she loves dressing up in those cool dresses. Oh god. But for her, like that stuff. And then we know Bella wanted games for her Nintendo Switch because she was tired of the only 2 games that she's had for the last 3 years. So
okay,
it was time. You get me? So this year, even though it was expensive, we knew it was going towards something that they liked.
Yeah.
But fuck, $60 for a fucking game that's like this big, literally this big.
That's expensive. I mean, one of the funny things, and I mean, you saw me using it today. My Kindle.
Oh yes.
Kindle Fire. I didn't buy it. I didn't.
Oh, that's right, you didn't.
I didn't. That was actually a gift from my friend Alex. Who's no longer my friend, but you know, I still have
ex-friend.
I carry him deeply in my heart as a friend, as a person that he was. But he bought me that Kindle Fire. I hadn't used it in about 3 years.
Really?
Since I moved out here.
So you just had it tucked away?
I had it tucked away. I brought it out. I found it the other day, like a few weeks ago.
So it wasn't tucked away. It was hiding from you.
It was stored. Because you know what? This is the way I am, and this is what I was telling that individual that you don't like right now. I'm not the type of person that ends a relationship or ends a friendship, you know, and is like, I'm throwing everything away.
Oh yeah, I'm not like that either.
I can't.
I'm not like that
because the way I see it, Alex, when he bought me that Kindle Fire, he got it for me for, I believe it was for my birthday.
Yeah, it was for your birthday.
He bought it for me. It's about 6 years ago. But he bought it for me, and he couldn't wait for my birthday, so he was like, I got you this. Look. And he had bought me like the Kindle, the case, and everything. And I was like, thank you. You know, like, it's a lot. To me, it's a lot. But I know that to him, even though to him it wasn't all that much, spending like $300 back then.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's when they first came out.
Yeah, I was like, this is a lot, but to him it wasn't anything because he was like used to spending really big money on everybody. So I was like, well, alright, cool, So despite that, and despite the end of our friendship coming to an end, I was like, I'm not gonna get rid of this because it was something that he actually sat down and he thought, like, what would Andie like?
Yeah.
And that's the first thing that he told me when he gave it to me. He's like, so you can download all your books.
I remember that. I remember that.
So I was like, here's this guy who's my friend who pays attention to my love of books.
And it's making it easier for you.
Yes, he was like, look, you charge your Kindle and you can read your books on the bus, and you don't have to be carrying the big heavy book. And I was like, wow, that's very nice of him. So of course I didn't throw that away, and I do have all my books still in there. I love my books. I love my books. But I found it the other day, and I was like, let me charge it. And I charged it, and obviously now the battery doesn't last as long and whatnot. But I've been using it a little bit more lately, and I'm like, alright, like he did think of have a thought.
He went out of the box and knowing what you actually would appreciate, and that's why he bought it for you.
Yes, even though it's lasted longer than our friendship. But I do appreciate him.
It's a funny, but I don't want to laugh that hard at it.
But so then this evening, when you came in, I was using it because I was like, let me see how I would do a tutorial. Not even a tutorial, just like how I get ready.
Yeah.
So you guys,
get ready with me.
Yeah, check it out. It's gonna not have me talking much. You're just gonna see me curl my hair and do my makeup with some fancy music in the back. I'm gonna do that.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna do like a speed 3 little 5-second video.
That's how a lot of people do it. They do it to, was it however long Instagram lets you post a picture without it being one of those live
stories. About a minute long.
Yeah, about a minute long. They speed it up and then they add whatever song that they want to it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like, that's basically what I'm gonna do.
It's normal, girl.
Just because as the year is closing, I'm also thinking like, well, what can we do to kind of spice up the channel, or spice up the group or our pages,
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, let's see how this works.
Yeah.
Because maybe because it's short, it gets my attention. But so I see that. Get ready with.
We do this for ourselves. We don't do it for other people. I mean, if it helps other people, I am very happy with that.
Yes, of course. Yeah, that's the point. But
I thought about doing get ready with me type, or like what is it called, like outfit hauls or whatever, like thrift hauls, because a lot of people do like a Forever 21 haul, whatever they bought forever. So I thought about doing like what I get for thrift stores and like deals and stuff, and I'm just like, at the same time, like everyone's doing it, like everyone's doing everything, like it's not nothing is like stands out anymore unless it's the person, but I'm like.
Because I mean, I look at it
the life I live, I cannot do it. I can't add another thing on my plate right now. I can't.
Yeah, no, like that's the way that I see it is like Bailey. How many people don't do their makeup? How many people haven't already tried the whole mystery makeup? And she's doing it, but like we said, she has her charisma come through.
Yeah.
And she's like. So, I mean, I thought this. But what do you guys think?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I think, like, so kind of.
Yeah.
And the other night when he came over, I was actually watching Bailey Sarian. And I was like, and he was like, oh, it's such a scary movie. I was like, I'm watching Bailey. I'm watching Bailey. Like, she's cool. I love watching her. She's just like my favorite pastime. So Bailey Sarian, if you see this and you're like, come through, hit me up, girl. You're more than welcome, okay? Yeah.
Exactly.
But and I'm seeing stuff, and I'm like, you don't know what's gonna work.
You never know what's gonna work, because it could be like no one's gonna pay attention to us because of this, but they're gonna pay attention to us because we're doing makeup. You just never know. It just people get attracted to other people for certain reasons, for their own personal reasons, which. Whatever, we're doing this for ourselves and we love it, and obviously we hang out as it is, and we're always having our funny ass conversation. Yeah, you ran out. I know that's how I felt. But still, you know, like we do this for ourselves to kind of be able to like, oof. But we also know ourselves outside of the show where we crack ourselves up all the fucking time. Mm-hmm. And you know, we always think like, well, if we think we're funny, other people might think we're funny. But also, there's the hard stuff in life that does happen to ourselves that we feel like could connect with other people on our show that are watching, may watch in the future. You may not watch it now. You may watch it a year from now,
or 5 years from now.
But you will discover us and you will see us, you know? And the point is for
and they'll
us...
be like, what are these bitches talking about? Oh my god, I so totally can relate to that.
Exactly.
Even though you're 5 years old now and, you know, like, no, maybe not 5. Maybe you're 15 right now and, you know, when you're in your 20s and you're going through this shit, you're like, these bitches are real.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the whole point of it. But why not throw a little something else in the mix? Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it. That's the point. We can do whatever we want with it. Happy and shit.
I mean, it might change if we ever get sponsored. That's another issue we'll deal with.
You're not gonna bleep my F words, right? My F bombs?
No, not today. I don't feel like it.
Fuckity, fuck. Bella always says like. Well, because I curse in front of my child. Yes, she knows better not to curse. She's a good kid. But I think there's happened moments like where I have Tourette's type of moment where like I'm getting pissed off and I just say every curse word, right? Mm-hmm. So she was like, "Oh, mom, you know, like,
Mom,
are you upset right now?" I'm like, "I can say whatever the fuck I want." And she's like, "Well, you're cursing a lot." Fuckity, fuck. And she's like, okay, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I have my little Tourette's moment. I have my little moment. She's like, it's okay, it's fine. And I'm like, you look scared. She's like, but I find it funny. I only did it because I find it funny. I want you to do it. And other times, she'll ask me, Mom, do it, do the thing. And so I'm like, fuck, out of nowhere, while driving somewhere, I don't know. But she always asks me to like have my little Tourette's moment because I do. I end up, so I get into my like. Blackout. I'm so pissed off, and just cursing makes me feel better. So maybe that's
I mean, it's like
my first one.
It's like a release.
Yeah,
it's a nice release.
And then, but then afterwards, I have to apologize. I'm so sorry. That's why you're my favorite. You know me so well. She's like, you say that to the baby.
Yeah, like, I think when baby grows up and she hears me say that, instead of saying it's okay.
She'll probably repeat
be like,
fuck! She will! I already told her we should do that every day. I told her we should do that every day. Yes, I did.
What did you do?
Remember I told you I was having like a little Mariah Carey moment. I was like, ah! And she was sitting on the counter, and then she tells me, she's like, Mommy, shut up, Mommy, shut up. And I'm like, and Bella started dying out laughing. Did she just say what I think she just said? I was like, I think she did. And so I did it again, and she's like, shut up. And I was like, don't say that. Like, no. Bow, bow. And then she obviously started crying because I told her, no, bow, bow. And she started crying, and I said, it's okay. No shut up, okay? No shut up. And she's like, no shut up. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. And then she apologized for it. And she hasn't said it again. But I feel like if you annoy her, and you're like being too loud, she's going to tell you this shit.
Yeah. I mean, she already doesn't want to give me a hug.
It's in her time and her terms. She's that type of kid.
Yeah.
Period.
I can tell her, baby, I love you.
But no! If I'm not home, what is she doing? All over you, cuddling, hugging you, kissy, falls asleep in Thea's arms, like nothing. As soon as I get home, she turns around. Yes, Mommy this. Yes, Mommy that. Yes, Thea that. But then Thea starts asking her for a kiss or a hug, and she's like, nah! Nah! She's a balance. She's a balance. Like, she's either hot or cold. She's hot or cold.
But yeah, so I think we're gonna go ahead and call this a night.
Definitely.
Because somebody's gotta go pee.
I can tell because you were been dancing, bitch. Dancing.
Alright, you guys. We really hope you guys have a wonderful, beautiful, and amazing Christmas. We will be seeing you guys next week. as we get ready for New Year.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, goodbye 2020, you son of a gun!
2021 be good to us!
You know what? I can't complain.
It's been good for me. I've been blessed. I mean, stressful, but blessed.
Yeah.
Period.
Alright. Alright,
Bye,
guys. Have a great
guys.
one. Bye!